we haven't been able to work on this boat for about 2 days. So today's mission is pretty simple. We're gonna be trying to connect this bilge pump, the live well pump that I accidentally broke last time. I broke it right off the threads, so we're gonna have to remove that extension that is down there and drill out the threads that they broke in, and we're gonna be then installing the bilge pump, same bilge pump and everything. And I was waiting on some wires to come in so we can run the navigation light, and then everything should be plugged in and wired up. I got all my wires down back here for the live well pump. Then we're gonna see how we're gonna run the wire for the navigation lights, because it's a little bit tight over there. We're gonna have to remove this side pan over here and see if we can fish it with a wire all the way to the front. Hopefully we can do that. Then we're gonna be putting this back here. Then we're gonna cut a little black acrylic to put it there. And I think what I'm gonna do, instead of putting a 12 volt for my phone chargers over there, I think I'm gonna leave that alone because it's already there and it looks nice and clean. I don't want to scratch it or anything. We're just gonna cut a square piece and plug this here, and we're gonna the GPS and the chart plotter is gonna be going out there. So this is what I was talking about. You can see the threads, they're broke in there. So we're gonna have to drill a little bit this threads over here, and maybe and see if we can break it, break the plastic, and hopefully save the threads. But that's what we're dealing with right now. Hopefully we can save this piece, because this thing doesn't even have a model number or identification number or nothing to actually order the same stuff. So I got my live well pump installed right there, all plugged in, cables over here are tied up. I left all the original cables long enough, so if we had to change it or if something goes wrong with them or something, we can take them out and work them comfortably. So, but it's all nice and clean. You know, water is not gonna be reaching all the way up here. Where I got all my connectors over here, nice and heat shrink and everything. So, and over here we got our 3 wires for the live well, the automatic bilge pump, and the manual bilge pump connection with the live well going in into my rigged tube all the way to the console, and the stern light. So now that we got all this nice and connected, we're gonna be working on running the navigation light to the front. Alright, so we got the cable all fished from over there and in here and under the floor going in there. So now we're gonna pull it and get it all the way to over there. Alright, so we got the navigation light installed, nice and straight. It's a little bit crooked, but it'll get the job done. We got all wiring in here, and we run it through here and down the way because the anchor goes here. I gotta clean this here. I gotta clean this a little bit. I haven't got to clean this in here yet, but it's just a little bit of dirt and whatever. Not a big deal. But yeah, navigation light is done. Now we're gonna be moving to wiring the navigation light inside the console. And after we do that, then we're gonna be working on doing this little cover here, which down the road, like I said, we're gonna be putting a 12 volts and connection to charge the type C and USB. Navigation light is on. Just finished running all the wiring and tightening everything up. You can see over there, they're gonna be coming from over there. I got just my battery connected right there, just to double check everything. I need the tray for the battery, which is gonna be going over there. All my cables, everything's gonna be looking cleaned, but all the wiring all tied up, running on top, coming over here, on top of the steering cables, and going inside and going to my switches over there. But as of right now, the wiring is done, so now it's just waiting on my shop plotter to get here, which that's gonna be very easy. And then shop plotter, and I think that's it. Then it's gonna be getting a new engine for this. Now what we're gonna be working on is we're gonna be putting this door, which is right there, back on. We're gonna be cutting the little acrylic that we're gonna be putting over here. It's gonna look nice and clean. Clean this here. Probably if we get time to seal the tank hatch with some 5200, and then we're gonna be working. Then next step is gonna be cleaning this up a little bit, just to clean it up a little bit to make it look a little bit more sealed, a little bit better sealed over here. As you can see, this is the problem with this metal frames over here. But it's what it is. We're gonna be cleaning over here. We're gonna put some silica around this over here, and then we're gonna clean it, put that on, and then this boat is gonna be looking good to put an engine on. Also, I went ahead and I didn't clean it because there's no way to say this. I didn't film it because it's very hard, but you can see right there, those are these coolers over here drain. I went ahead and yeah, look at that. Now this is gonna be draining to the side of the boat, not to the bilge or the tank, whatever that would be going to. But the goal is to keep water out of the boat, not inside the boat. But yeah, it's moving along pretty good. I was able to at least get the electrical done, which is the more annoying part, or the more time-consuming part, I will say. And then now we're just waiting on these two switches to get to be on stock, because I went to the store and they don't have it. But they should have it by now. Now it's just a matter of time of me having time. But over here, we're not gonna be putting anything over here, so we're just gonna pull it on. So maybe down the road, whoever buys this boat wants to put something like a speaker system or a VHF or whatever, and then they have the two options there. Or I might just put some lights on the side of the console, but I don't know, because this is a big console, so I don't want to push just one light here, and then I'm just gonna be having light just on this side over here, not to the front. So I don't know if I might put lights on that, probably not, but that's what we got going on so far. So let's put this door in, cut that acrylic, and then the console will be done with. We got a little hold up by the rain. Yep. Very unfortunately, but we were able to put some silica here on the edges here. I don't know if you can see it. So this is gonna be nice and sealed over here. Nice and sealed. Got all stuff over there. Now I'm gonna clean this a little bit with some 1000 grit, just to clean it up a little bit, straighten it up a little bit. So you can see it's kind of bent over, a little bend there. You can see right there how bad it is. But yeah, we're gonna clean this. This should be drying anytime soon. I got a little bit over where I put it. I got a little bit in a bucket over there. Right there. Yeah. So once that's dry, I know this is dry, and then hopefully we can put this thing back on. But if not, she's gonna leave this overnight so it can do its thing and dry the correct way. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that, clean that, then maybe I can work a little bit on removing some of these old stickers over here. These ones are removed on the side here. So once we wet sand the bowl, all that might come off, whatever adhesive we got there. And we also ended up putting the little acrylic there to cover that thing over. And down the road, like I said, we might put a type C and some USB ports there to charge your phone, but the console is put back together. Also, another thing over here, we got the fire extinguisher put in the housing for it, which is nice. That I'm glad this boat came with that because I like it. And we're gonna be putting some PVC. I already measured this. This is 10 inches. Well, with 10 inches we're gonna be like right there at the edges, at the edge right there, and then we might put like an 8-inch speaker on this side and the other side. And that's so far what we got going on today. I think we got a lot of stuff done. So it's little stuff, whatever we got left here before we actually start working on polishing and cutting and polish and wax the boat. But yeah, I'm very happy how this is coming together.